Oh shit! Oh! Fucking hell! Oh my god! Today is not my day. That was embarrassing. Welcome back. This is probably one of my most requested videos. I'm very excited to share it with you today. Let's talk about LUTs. What are they? How I color grade, all that good stuff. A LUT it's really simple. It's basically like an Instagram filter. It's a file with some coding on it. You throw it onto your footage and it gives your footage a particular look. It changes the color, changes the highlights, the midtones, the shadows, all that stuff. And it's not a one and done. It's not a shortcut. You can't just throw it onto your footage and say, hey, it looks good, I'm done. You still have to know how to color grade, and that's what we're gonna go over today. Most of the tutorials I see, especially from the big YouTubers, they are primarily using Premiere, and I use Final Cut. I've been using LUTs for a long time. I've made custom-made LUTs, and I've been tweaking them over the months as my eye changes, as my preference changes, and I've officially made my custom LUTs available for purchase. You can check those out in the description box below. That's the very first link. They work for Final Cut, they work for Premiere, they work for pretty much any editing software. I think that's a pretty good intro. Let's roll with it. Without further ado, here's my custom-made LUT package. All right, we're back at the computer. We got Final Cut up and running. I got some clips here for us to play with. When you download my LUTs, you're gonna get a folder. It's called ZLUTs. I know I'm very creative. In that folder, you're gonna get 16 LUTs. And I'm gonna show you how to install those to Final Cut. Because we're using Final Cut Pro and not Premiere, we have to use a LUT utility. The one I use is called Color Finale. Let's drag and drop Color Finale onto one of our clips here. Let's open the control panel. Let's go to our LUT utility and let's open up Cube Manager. Now this is where we're gonna install those LUTs. So let's click that plus button, go to our folder, our ZLUT folder, select all of them, open, and boom, they're in. That's it, that's all you gotta do. And then we just have to quit out of Final Cut and then reboot it. We got our LUTs installed. Hell yes. Time to start the workflow. Let's go to Color Finale. Let's drag and drop that into our clip here. Can't even talk. It's like very late at night. Let's open the control panel. Let's go to our LUT utility. Now what's great about Color Finale is you can preview all of the LUTs and compare them side by side. And by doing that, you click LUT Gallery here, and boom! Look at that dagger, that black and white dagger. That's what I call my black and white. I call it dagger because you can just throw it on anything and it's gonna look dope. But as you can see, here are all my LUTs, and you get a pretty good idea of the kind of look you want just through this preview. You can even put it to full screen mode, pause it, and boom. Now you got a full screen preview. Check this out. Look how sweet that is. This is why I really like Color Finale. I'm digging vintage right now, especially for Cubs game. So let's exit out of full screen mode. Let's go to our LUTs. As you can see, they're all in here. We go to vintage, we apply, and let's close out of here. Because this shot is outdoors and it's exposed properly, you can get away with just adding the LUT to the clip and having it pretty much be ready to go. Another tip, if you want your footage to look more professional, I recommend adding the LUT in super light, because the more you add it in and the more saturated it looks, it just doesn't look professional. It looks amateurish. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm gonna use it because it just doesn't look good. This is coming on too heavy. Not much, but just enough. So let's drop down the opacity. We can control the opacity right here. And let's just slowly but surely add it in. Kind of like it at like 70-ish. And then we can see the before and after. That looks pretty damn good as is. I don't think I would really do anything else. Let's move on to this shot. We got Amos here. Walking, and because again the shot is exposed right and it's outdoors, we got natural light, all these shots are gonna look pretty good, but especially the black and white. Oh god, that looks good. I'm liking Buck here. Buck looks pretty nice here. Let's not Buck wash, let's use Buck. Let's apply it, and boom, man, that looks moody, baby. It looks moody. See, color grading should be fun. Like that's what really excites me when I bring back the footage, is color grading, because you can take really good footage and then just make it that much better. You can't take bad footage and make it look good through color grading. You can fix some things, yes, but if you have bad footage, you're screwed. Let's take this down a little bit and let's slowly start to add it in. Kind of like in 65 here, but I want it to be just a little bit more. I want a little bit more contrast. So let's go to curves. We got the master curve here. Let's bring down these blacks a little bit more. Let's boost the highlights just a bit, not much. A little bit of an S curve. If we reset it here, you can see the difference. I think that looks pretty good. Exposure looks good there. And let's check it out. Yeah, it looks good. And then we can see the before and after. Big difference. Even though the LUT is being used at 64%, makes a huge difference. All right, let's move on. So here's an indoor clip. This is a wedding that I filmed a couple of weeks ago of this couple. This is probably a good example of what happens when you put a LUT on and it doesn't look great right off the bat. Let's check this out. Oh, good. That looks horrible. If you turn this in, you're not gonna get another job. That just looks really bad. Yeah, that doesn't look good. So let's take it back and let's just slowly add it in. Slowly but surely, nothing crazy. See, that looks pretty good right there. And that's just at 54%. You're just adding it in a little bit. But then look at the before and after. Big difference. But then what I want to do is I want to go into our color wheel here. And I think this is just a little bit too yellow, just a little bit. So let's take our midtones and let's just add a little bit of blue. Just a little bit. So if we were to click this reset button, you can see the difference there. Obviously we're not gonna go all the way and turn it purple. We don't want that. Let's reset it and let's just add a little bit. That's even too much, something like that. I think that looks good there. And then let's full screen just to see how it looks. Skin tones look pretty good there. I would make some extra tweaks. I think his face is looking maybe a little A little blue, a little red, there's some reds in there. So maybe make some tweaks there, but overall, this clip looks a lot better than it did. Let's keep moving on to indoor shots. Here we have Tehran Beckham from the Arnold, and you guys will be happy to know that I included the LUT that I used for the alpha video that I did. So if we go to our active LUTs here, we click alpha, there's the LUT, we apply it. Man, that looks horrible. The reason why it looks so bad, like I said, is because it's an indoor shot and I didn't expose it right. And that happens when you run and gun. So let's take down the opacity of the LUT. Let's expose it properly. Let's boost it a little bit. And let's just add in this LUT here. I kind of want that steel look, that desaturated steel look. So I think I'm just gonna leave it there and just change the temperature just a little bit. Just to get a little bit of color in the skin, just a little bit. But that looks pretty dope there. So here's this couple again, because I used the vintage LUT on this shot and it's gonna be the same, part of the same wedding film, let's use vintage again. So let's load that into our clip here. Where is it? Vintage, let's apply it. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's still a little too heavy, so let's drop the opacity down, slowly but surely add it in. I think 74, 75. Let's go, remember, always go a little bit on the lighter side if you're second guessing yourself. I think the skin tones work, but here's a quick little tip. Let's say her skin tone was like a little bit too red or something like that. You can use color finale and go into vectors and actually change her skin tones without changing anything else really. So let's say her skin tones are actually a little bit red. So if we use the color red and we start changing the hues, look what happens when I go over to the right. You see her skin? And his skin too. His skin changes too. It starts getting super purple. And some of the grass will turn purple too, so you gotta be careful. But what I wanna do is I actually wanna take her skin tones the other way. Not too far, because I don't wanna make her look like an alien. But let's just go a little bit to the left, about negative 0.5. And that makes a difference, a little difference. But it makes a difference, and that's kind of what you want to do when you start really dialing it in. And then here we have the ladies again, and same kind of lighting conditions. So a real good way to color grade fast is if we copy and paste this clip, because it's all part of the same wedding film. Command C, we click this clip here, we go edit, paste attributes. We want to paste the film convert and the color finale because those are our color grading softwares. Paste, boom. I mean, that's pretty much good to go right there. I don't think I would change much. And I think that looks pretty good. And all this is starting to flow. Okay. And then at the end here, I love this shot. We got the boys. Let's go to our LUT gallery. God. See, these are the shots I like because literally every single LUT will work. And you don't have to do much. You know, I mean, all these look oh, wait a sec. Oh my God. I don't think we've daggered it yet. This is a dagger. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. Let's go. We gotta wash it too. Let's go wash. Oh! Holla at your boy. Oh my God. That's a money shot right there. Woo! That looks clean. That looks clean. That's why color grading is so fun, because you get to come back and really give these clips personality, and that just looks awesome. I love this right here. You guys now know my color grading secrets. If you guys enjoyed it, you got something from it, you want to support this channel, you like what I do, please go check out those LUTs in the description box below. Color grading can't make bad footage look good, but it can help good footage look that much better. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh wait, next episodes are Rambling Road National Park Edition. I'm so excited. I'm finally starting to edit those, and I'm gonna get those out ASAP. Yeah, I got so much stuff. I'm so behind. Craziness. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.
Work so fucking much, my greatest fear is I'ma die alone. Every diamond in my chain, yeah, that's a milestone. I'm loving it. Calling me, asking me for money, man. The only thing I'ma give you motherfuckers is a doubt.